And coverage on the Tennessee heartbeat bill at 6. Last week, state lawmakers passed what's being called the most restrictive abortion bill in the country.
The bill would not allow abortions to be performed after a fetal heartbeat is detected. New tonight, Febin Casahoon has more about what this means for Tennessee.
Lincoln Memorial University professor Stuart Harris says that the heartbeat bill creates more than an undue burden than what the lawmakers out of Louisiana attempted.
It places a complete prohibition on abortion well in advance of 20 weeks.
Stuart Harris says the Tennessee legislature wants to use the law as a vehicle to challenge and modify the current ruling of Planned Parenthood versus Casey that prohibits an abortion at about 28 weeks.
Really disgusted at what the Supreme Court did. We've got to put ourselves in a position to protect life. That is something that is fundamental.
Thomas Jesse, the attorney who represents the Tri-Cities only abortion clinic, says he's surprised that the state lawmakers would craft a law that has already been declared unconstitutional elsewhere.
In the end, cost the taxpayers of this state substantial sums of money to have the state defend a law that ultimately is unenforceable.
What will happen with the heartbeat bill remains to be seen. We know that it will head to court. We knew that going into it, but life is worth fighting for. Life is worth protecting.
If the Supreme Court strikes down the 6-week ban, the Tennessee legislation would automatically enact abortion bans at 8, 10, and 12 weeks of gestation, and so on.
They're trying to pass a law to get as much restriction as the Supreme Court will allow on abortions prior to the point of viability.
Representative Hill, who co-sponsored the heartbeat bill, says he hopes the Supreme Court would approve the Tennessee law as constitutional.
I'm very pro-life. One of the most stringent pieces of legislation that has been passed, and it's similar to some of the other states. But fortunately now Tennessee has its version that will be on the books here shortly.
Perhaps the most significant part of this, other than the timing, is that there's no exception for rape or incest in the Tennessee statute.
In Johnson City, Febin Casahoon, News Channel 11.